finally, we are back for the possible last game in this best-of-5 series for the Garena Premier League 2017 Finals. I am Master Ryan, of course. Here with me now is Amplifier. It has been way too long.
Yeah, it's been a while, and yeah, the duo's back, but we're about to enter what could possibly be the very last game. The Gigabyte Marines are just one game away from possibly representing the whole of Southeast Asia at the mid-season invitational. So this is really huge, and there's a huge question mark on top of all of our heads is, can Ascension make it back? Gigabyte Marines have shown such a dominant performance so far, and it really is such a difficult leap for them to make. But if they can do it, you know, we've seen reverse sweeps, like we said, we've seen them happen before, and this could really be a chance for Ascension to come back. Yeah. Now, before we get into the drafting phase, though, we'll have to take a look at a short interview with, I believe, probably one of the favorites of this whole tournament, Optimus.
Bước vào lượt trận BO5 ngày mai thì em nghĩ cả đội đã lấy được sự tự tin của mình, bởi vì sau trận đấu ngày hôm qua thì hai thành viên đã chưa từng thi đấu quốc tế, đó là Levi và Stark, họ đã lấy lại được sự tự tin của chính họ. Vì vậy ở trận đấu ngày mai thì bọn em sẽ bước vào trận đấu với tất cả sự tự tin của cả đội. Ở lượt trận BO5 ngày mai thì em nghĩ là từng trận đấu sẽ là những trận đấu kéo dài một cách dai dẳng, bởi vì ở thời điểm hiện tại thì cả hai đội không quá chênh lệch nhau. Vì vậy em nghĩ rằng là kết quả sẽ là 3-2 nghiêng về cho một đội nào đó mà chúng ta không thể nói trước. Ở thời điểm hiện tại thì em đánh giá bản thân em và Sivo là 49 và 51. Bởi vì Sivo đã rất nhiều lần đánh bại em ở những giải đấu trước đó, và cũng như là G4 anh ấy sở hữu một kỹ năng rất là tốt, nhưng em sẽ cố gắng hết sức để có thể không thua được anh ấy ở đường giữa và có thể dẫn đội đến chiến thắng. Ở thời điểm hiện tại hai đội bước vào lại trận chung kết thì đội em đã nhìn thấy được một số điểm yếu của Ascension khi họ đối đầu với lại Mineski. Thì ở trận đấu ngày mai thì bọn em sẽ tập trung vào những điểm yếu của Ascension, và những điểm yếu đó thì ở thời điểm hiện tại vẫn là bí mật. Nhưng nếu tụi em chỉ cần làm được một trong những điểm yếu đó thì bọn em sẽ có thể giành chiến thắng trước Ascension.
So we have begun our drafting phase, and with that interview, you could really tell that Optimus was, or with that plus his performance, Optimus really in his prime.
Yeah, we could see that he really was not underestimating the opponents. We saw that they said it was going to be a long series, 3-2, and they thought that you couldn't even tell who was going to win. But right now, they were saying towards the end of that interview that they were looking at the mistakes that Ascension made during their semifinal match against Mineski, and they said that they were going to exploit those little secret mistakes that they were making. And clearly, in the past two games, that's really what they've been doing, and Gigabyte Marines showing that they know their counterpart, Ascension Gaming, so well, and are one game away from entering the mid-season invitational to represent Southeast Asia.
This feels like a rock, paper, scissors game wherein Gigabyte Marines are always rock and Ascension are scissors, because if you think about it, that not so little secret weakness of Ascension is their early game, and that's where Gigabyte Marines shines. So right now, I don't know, Ascension really has to mix up their playstyle.
Yeah, they got to bring out the scissors, and we'll see if they'll bring that out this game, but we'll have to see. Taking a look at the bans, Rumble, Fizz, and Ash being banned out for Ascension there. Meanwhile, Gigabyte Marines will be banning Lulu, Rengar, and Malzahar. So still, Syndra is left open, and Optimus has been playing Syndra so well in these past two games. I guess we'll have to see, can Viper pick up the pace? Really, for the past two games, we've been seeing that Viper hasn't been able to keep up the Levy. Levy just really dominating the early game together with his whole team. We're going to be seeing Karma as a priority pick for Ascension this time. We'll have to see changing pace from the Thresh earlier. It was sad that we weren't able to see the Lucian Thresh really take off during Game 2. I was really hoping to see a lot of bot lane action, but we didn't really see Ascension Gaming support the bot lane that much. It still seems like they're really giving a lot of space for G4, or more so Lloyd. The weird thing, though, is that Cannon hasn't really been picking up in either of the two games. He hasn't really been showing, or the benefits haven't really been materializing for the past two games. So hopefully we see a different strategy coming out from Ascension Gaming.
Yeah, speaking of different strategy, the first rotation of bans did not have a Kha'Zix included in this, and then Viper immediately jumps at the opportunity to actually get his I don't know, showy jungler during the GPL knockout stage. And aside from that, pertaining to Warlock, I think he was just really banned out in terms of the supports that he could actually get in that previous game. But there is the first Gragas of our best of 5.
So we're going to be seeing the Gragas top lane now for Lloyd. So he's going to be shifting away from the Kennen. Quite resource heavy. Maybe they'll be transferring the resources to another lane this time. I don't know if G4 or Noe will be the carries this time. But maybe Viper will be showing, because just like you said, we haven't seen Kha'Zix in the past 2 games, and he was one of the champions that Viper used twice during the semifinals along with Nidalee. So this is definitely going to be exciting to see if Viper would finally be able to pick up Sona. Going to be the last support pick here from Gigabyte Marines.
You have to actually like this shift of composition for Ascension, because those first 2 games, man, it was just the Kennen in the top lane for Lloyd, and he didn't really have too much impact. I mean, he got like really nice slicing maelstroms, but that didn't really, you know, translate into anything for Ascension. So
that was really the problem there. I guess it didn't translate into objectives. We saw over and over Gigabyte Marines getting first 3, first 4 turrets of the game. Ascension not able to answer back. Maybe this time, you know, with the Kha'Zix, we'll see a difference. Now Zillion and Vladimir being banned straight out there. Gigabyte Marines not giving G4 the Vladimir again for this game. So we'll see what the final bans are. Optimus still no mid lanes actually for both of the teams. So we'll have to see what the mid lane matchup will be once again for this game. Varus being banned there away from Noe. And
Ascension should really ban out the Syndra. But if you think about it, I mean, having the lesser of 2 evils, if you can play around the Optimus Syndra, maybe you, or not ban it out. At least if you ban it, you might actually invoke him to use another scary mid laner. Maybe that LeBlanc.
Well, I guess that's a problem, right? In the mid lane, there are just so many options for them to jump to, and so it becomes scary to actually ban it out because they'll just jump to another pick. But Caitlyn is going to be the final ban here from Ascension, and we'll see what they decide to go for. AD carry and mid lane still missing from Gigabyte Marines. What will they give to Slay and to Optimus this time? Will they bounce back to the Syndra, or will Optimus show us another champion of his league?
Yeah, this is going to be very important. And the Ziggs. Just the hover over. Just the hover over. Nothing yet.
Oh, but remember, they did use that in their 3rd game during the semifinals. They brought out the Ziggs in the bot lane, and it's locked in.
That's going to be an ADC Ziggs with the Sona, so bringing out the AoE.
Yeah, so that's a lot of AoE damage, lots of poke as well. And I wonder what AD carry they're going to bring out to fight this Ziggs. Mid lane's still open though.
That was kind of, I don't know, a mistake here from Ascension, that ban onto the Caitlyn. If they maybe not have banned that out, that could at least outrange the Ziggs, perhaps?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see though what they go for.
Noe will be picking the Lucian for himself, and Warlock.
Let's see what Warlock decides to bring out. The Lulu not open, and the Malzahar's banned as well, so he only has the Zyra, the Thresh maybe. Wondering which one he will go for.
Actually, no mid lane yet for Ascension.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to see. Oh, well, I wonder what G4 will grab, because Jace is left open. Echo, Cassiopeia, Syndra.
There,
maybe
he's gonna be stealing this from Optimus.
So they take it away. I wonder what Optimus will go for. He did play Talon during the semifinals. So we'll have to see what he does decide to go for.
That's a scary thing, because
LeBlanc is also open.
Yeah, Optimus likes, like, if he doesn't get this Syndra, he loves to go for those in-your-face champions. Ergo the LeBlanc, ergo the Talon, and I don't know if G4 can actually deal with that if Viper doesn't, again, step up in this game.
There's the LeBlanc. He locks it in.
It's going to be scary, man.
So it's going to be LeBlanc versus Syndra in the mid lane. A bit of a change of pace in our team comps this time. It's not going to be like any of the first 2 games. And we'll have to see how this changes. So looking at the compositions now, it's quite different because, again, Ascension Gaming, they don't have the Kennen this time. Lloyd will be shifting from, you know, kind of a resource-heavy top laner to moving over to a Gragas. So he's going to be going for the initiates probably with Kha'Zix, and we'll have to see if they can pull that off. It's going to be a bit of a change. I'm excited to see this LeBlanc Syndra matchup.
Yeah, but we'll just have to see if Ascension can, you know, just brute force their way in, because it looks like they had the composition to actually turtle the fights in their towers. Plus, they have that Syndra for the long-range poke and long-range crowd control. So let's just see if they can get the pickoffs, follow up with Viper on that Kha'Zix, or will it just be Gigabyte Marines showing off with Optimus yet again on that LeBlanc?
Yeah, and looking at the composition though of Marines, they don't have a frontline tank. So during the 5v5s, it is going to be a bit of a concern because at the very least, Ascension does have the Gragas, so they can have someone to soak up a lot of the damage coming in. I imagine Gigabyte Marines are probably not going to go for the 5v5s. Maybe they'll go for the pickoffs. You know, they've got the LeBlanc to roam, you've got the Sona, you know, to lock people down with the Crescendo. So we'll have to see how that goes. However, for Ascension at least, they've got a number of different options. I want to see Viper take off on this Kha'Zix. We've really been expecting him to go off more in these past 2 games. Sadly, he wasn't able to. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he'll bring to the table with this champion that supposedly I think is at least a comfort pick because he did use it twice during the semifinals. Won't be seeing the Nidalee, but at least the Kha'Zix is here.
Yeah, man, the flying cockroach for Viper. Let's just see if he's going to be annoying in this champion. And we did see Optimus actually play Liz LeBlanc with that Lich Bane plus Hextech Gunblade build, which makes him quite a bit of a threat in that split push department.
Yeah, so final compositions have been locked in, and ladies and gentlemen, 1 game away from representing Southeast Asia at the Mid-Season Invitational, or will Ascension Gaming go for the reverse sweep? That's what we're hoping for. Hopefully, Viper and G4 shake things up a bit, maybe even Lloyd on this Gragas.
Yeah, show your support, guys, and cheer for your team. Who here wants Ascension to win? Woo. All right, so we got a couple of supporters. How about Gigabyte Marines?
Yeah, so
lots
really,
of roars from the crowd.
Yeah, the favorites coming in and really nothing much left stopping them. We're going to be going into the Rift.
So here we are, guys. Game 3, possible last match here. Will Ascension ascend back into this game and get that reverse sweep, or will Gigabyte Marines get that last nail in the coffin and crown themselves the champions for the GPL 2017 finals? So as we go into the game, let us have a little bit of rundown for our players. Here in the blue team, we have Ascension Lloyd on the Gragas, Jungle Viper playing with the Kha'Zix, mid lane G4 on the Syndra, and bottom lane duo, No Way, again on the Lucian, and his support will be Warlock on the Karma.
Yeah, meanwhile, on the red side, that is going to be Stark on the Kennen this time. We did see Lloyd playing him for the first 2 games. Levy going to be on the Graves again. Optimus on this LeBlanc, which took off quite well during the semifinals. Remember that triple kill?
Yeah.
And for the bot lane, it's going to be Slay and Archie on this Ziggs and this Sona. We're going to see how that bot lane is going to turn out. Really, a lot of surprises, I think, are going to come up this game.
This is kind of scary.
Change of pace.
Lots of rotations, lots of siege output, or siege prowess here for GAM.
Yeah.
And they're just going to be showing, a little bit of the wardings.
Yeah, so pretty standard so far.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah. Take that one away. But like you said,
wow,
it's really about the Gigabyte Marines. They've really shown really fast game-ending time. So we saw in the previous games 22 minutes, and the game was already over. And looking at the team composition, it doesn't look like they're going to slow down. They've got that Ziggs, the Siege, the Graves as well. And we'll have to see if Optimus can get as high a KDA as he did in the previous games, or if G4 will be able to stop him in his tracks. Because during the interview, we saw Optimus really does have respect for G4. He did mention that G4 was beating him up until today. So will Optimus finally be able to say at the end of this day that he is the better mid laner, or will G4 put him in his place?
Yeah, but I do remember Iconic also saying that, Optimus is like what, top 200 in the world, and this could be just a show of that ranking for him. Optimus going pretty aggressive, and I did actually see that he almost got the Ignite, but he shifted up to the Exhaust on this LeBlanc.
So a bit more defensive there. But if he had that Ignite, he might have just gotten the first blood again for Gigabyte Marines. A lot of poke coming here.
Well, just a bit of a respect summoner spells. You don't want, that ultimate from
Levy.
G4 just unleashing itself.
Levy moving into bot lane again here. But he isn't going to go for the gank. He was spotted out.
This could be bad for Viper. He spots him out, but he does have the double buff. But Levy actually connecting 2 freebie shots with his shotgun.
Yeah, double buff though onto Viper. LeBlanc moving in
He
slowly.
can't even get in his jungle correctly.
We'll have to see what they decide to do here. G4 pushing in. And interesting to see how this top lane matchup will go. I want to see Lloyd with the TP plays, because so far what we've seen in the past...
Levy still into the jungle here. He might get caught out. You can see rotations coming in from all angles. There is the exhaust. Has to flash away. Levy very low in HP, but Optimus gets the first blood, connecting the tether onto G4 right now. And this is a 1v1 with the mid lanes. And Optimus trying to run away, forced to flash, but he did get the better end of that trade. First blood as well as the double buffs.
Yeah, so that's going to be first blood for Optimus, but he doesn't have the flash. So we'll have to see, because Viper can just return to this lane, go for the Scatter the Weak stun, and then secure the next kill. But Archie,
though, he wants more blood, setting it up, but safe ward for G4.
No crescendo just yet, so
I mean, come on.
Little chance of that succeeding.
Oh, but this is kind of scary. Tether
Archie.
and Archie. Gang 2 goes in, flash with the exhaust, one more auto attack, and Optimus gets it. The rotations, I mean,
no
G4
return
thought
there.
that he went back.
Archie literally just took a U-turn out of the ward and then came back in for that flash. And Slay here, so confident, doesn't care. 2v1, come at me.
Well, if you think about it, that's like the other Jungle 101. If you don't get your initial gank, all you gotta do is just rotate onto another part, and then your opposing mid laner would think that, hey, my lane is safe already for a couple of minutes.
I thought Viper was gonna do that, but Archie comes in instead, and he's able to help Optimus secure this kill 2-0. And Optimus really just been having such a great day today.
Yeah. You have to give it to Levy, though, who has been bullying out Viper in his jungle for all these 3 games, especially at the start of the matches themselves, not letting Viper to ramp up at all.
Yeah, and so far, looking at the CS,
still in the mid lane.
CS lead, but Optimus really the one showing prowess here. Viper
actually going left and right. That's actually very weird. G4 super low, but he does get the 1-for-1 trade. Viper reclaiming his double buff, but at what cost? Giving the second kill for Optimus. And here to the bottom lane, Warlock very low in HP, and Archie.
Do not underestimate the Sona. That early game damage.
I mean,
man, but we have to look back at the mid lane fight though, because we saw, like you said, Viper, he hesitated. We saw him take a step back instead of following up immediately to the Scatter the Weak stun. So I don't know if that's a communication problem there, or if Ascension having cold feet, but you can't afford to have cold feet when this is literally the only chance you have left of bouncing back and getting that reverse sweep.
Yeah, this is their final chance, and you can see that Gigabyte Marines, even before the 6 minutes, already with that 1,000 gold lead. You can now see, Optimus, no!
Oh, no!
The humanity steals back the double buff. What is this double buff gonna time out? G4 caught way out of position here. He's level 4, doesn't have the stats to get away, and Optimus dunks midair. That sigil of malice. When is this double buff gonna expire, man?
6-2 on the kill score right now, and almost a 2,000 gold lead pretty much already for Gigabyte Marines. And like you said, just putting the final nail in the coffin. Is this it already, or will Ascension Gaming come back? Because looking at their team composition, Syndra, Lucian, Kha'Zix, they want to spike in that mid-game, so there's not really much of a rubber band mechanic here. They have to be able to really get the revenge during that mid-game. Otherwise, Gigabyte Marines will just do what they've been doing for the past 2 games. End it quickly, pretty much.
True that.
6 minutes in. A huge lead already. We'll have to see if things will change once we hit the mid-game. No level 6, just... Oh, wait, no.
So
already
bad.
level 6.
G4 is still level 4 to the level 6 of Optimus. He is 2 levels behind. Doesn't even have his ultimate to actually fight against this Optimus. 2v2 into the bottom lane. There's the damage output from Viper.
Archie
He's gonna charge in. Exhaust.
One more Q.
Stark actually gonna be rotating into the bottom lane. Gets the 1 pick off, but you can see now that Viper and Warlock very low in HP. There's the slicing maelstrom. The damage from the cannon. This Ninja just going in wild into the bottom lane. And Clip, clean up patrol for Stark. That was not good at all for Ascension. And here into the top lane, can Lloyd actually get away from the clutches of Optimus, who's hot on his heels with the help from Levy? And this should be another kill for Gigabyte Marines. All you can do is stand and die, and that's gonna be it. What was that, 4-1, 4-2?
7 minutes in a 4,000 gold lead. I'll have to take a look at that replay. Archie putting in the ward, and he actually does compromise his own positioning for that, trying to take out the control ward. But Viper, he tries to get in. He takes way too long. He doesn't have the damage actually to finish off in 1 Q.
Yeah.
And in the end, we see Stark actually come here to save the day. He's able to secure the double kill. And we can see, Ascension, they're really trying, you know, they're trying to be proactive, trying to change the pace from the first 2 games, but every time they try to make a move, Gigabyte Marines, they just respond so well at 3-10 right now. What?
G4, wait, one more auto attack. This could be it. Yay, he gets it. All right, G4, but he's in enemy territory.
Yeah, gonna have to recall there.
All right, so he's gonna be able to escape from the clutches of death.
Kind of weird Levy didn't chase him, but he isn't gonna waste much time. He's gonna go straight for that mid lane. We have to be scared though. 8 minutes in, Optimus 5-1 on the KDA. looking to simply beat himself every time, every game with a KDA.
He's almost finished with his Hex Tech Gunblade. Once that item finishes up, he's gonna be roaming around and getting even faster kills.
I guess the best thing for Ascension pretty much to do here is really just focus on mid or bot. The mid lane ganks looked like they were going to work, but it does seem like G4 is working up against too much since Optimus is snowballed. So maybe the bot lane plays go for the TP plays with Lloyd. He is on that Gragas, so he can provide the extra CC, maybe shut down Slay instead of fighting Optimus.
Yeah, now you can see this. The rotation's coming in. Here comes Lloyd. Slay, very low in HP, dodges the Null Sphere there. Can they actually connect the damage? And yes, they will finally. They kind of commit a little bit to that, but it was nonetheless a kill plus no response from Gigabyte Marines.
Yeah, we're seeing Optimus trying to push down this bot lane. He wasn't there to respond. That's going to be a free kill there for Ascension. We'll see if they can translate that into an objective, because that's really been one of the great hurdles here. They can't seem to find those objectives. First Drake is going to be an Ocean Drake. We'll have to see who makes the first move on that. But bot outer turret was taken out, so Ascension behind by a turret so far.
Yeah, aside from that bot tier 1 being taken out, that immediately prompted the rotation. And Optimus, oh no, Viper, he gets caught out, the tether connecting. No, he doesn't! And he will be able to get away from the clutches of death. Teleport comes out from Lloyd, and they do spot out Archie. This should be a kill here. Lloyd trying to connect. Archie does have the crescendo, but won't be able to unleash it. Though here comes Levy and Optimus from the sidelines. They spotted out the damage, as well as Slade to join the party, forcing the flash out from Levy just to get away. But G4 flashes in, does not connect the CC, and he will take the brunt from that Mega Inferno Bomb, and Slade takes him out with the auto attack. Optimus looks for more, has the HP and damage to actually deal it. Oh my goodness, no way! No way you're gonna survive that! One more auto attack from Slade, and this is just looking to be a kill fiesta for Gigabyte Marines.
Here we go in.
I mean, this is just dipping in and out, and they're dying one by one.
Man, so messy. 6-12 so far on the kill score.
Oh, that Optimus still wants some. He's still looking for more kills, even with 1/4, 1/8 HP.
And the greedy
Levy with the dragon.
Yeah, and so far, 2 turrets out and looking for an inner turret. It's really just Gigabyte Marines trying to take everything they can. Lloyd.
The gank into the top lane. There is the explosive cast for Lloyd. Will he deliver this Yordle into the hands of Ascension?
Oh my God.
He's bloody blocking right now. There is the slicing maelstrom. Has to respect it, but 4 members of Ascension are here, so that's not going to be too much difficulty for them. But then mid-tier 1 blown apart by Slade.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a bonus pretty much. Dragon does go over to Gigabyte Marines and Optimus.
Optimus with
so
such little HP.
here.
You can see No Way is sniffing the shenanigans of Optimus. He's like,
maybe. Deceiver, man. LeBlanc is a deceiver.
Yeah, no wards, no vision, can't do it.
Yeah,
can't farm safely in the bottom
his mere
lane.
presence is already scaring No Way out of that lane, but he did go to recall. We'll see if Ascension can make any moves of their own this time. Like we said, they are trying. 12 minutes in. Will they be able to bounce back? This is 6,000 gold lead.
Yeah, exactly, 6,000 gold lead, 12 minutes in. How are we supposed to do this? But I think at least the silver lining here for Ascension is that this composition can take it as slow as possible. All they have to do is ward up and spot where Optimus will try to gank. The problem is his dashes let him actually, invade the jungle from out of the range of the wards, possibly.
Yeah.
But we'll just see.
It's possible. I mean, I guess one of the things for ASC to hope for here is really to put up a nice 5v5 situation, because they do have the frontline tank. They've got the good balance of AP and AD damage. Maybe if they can set up an objective ahead of time, put up the vision, and then go for the 5v5. Gigabyte Marines, they don't have a frontline. So if Viper and G4 can just secure one of the carries, maybe that'll help them to snowball slowly 1 by 1 into those 5v5s.
The scary thing here, though, is Lloyd only has the Bomby Cinder and Ninja Tabi. So up against, well,
all that
Optimus, and Stark, how can it really go, with the Shred and with the AP Burst? And look at this. Gigabyte Marines with no invitation, but still just taking everything from the base of Ascension. Not even the steal. Oh, into the mid lane. We do see G4, but Optimus, just with the damage, flashes over. Levy cannot chase, misses though, and that's going to be the tether connecting, but finally the shutdown taken here by Viper, though he did lose his mid laner in the process. Still the shutdown.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like Optimus is playing with his food right now, really challenging himself, seeing how many he can kill consecutively. Meanwhile, ASC really just trying to hold on and get as much as they can. But like you said, Gigabyte Marines,
Slicing Maelstrom, this is a 2v1 situation. Dodges over the ultimate of the Graves, but can't escape the clutch of damage from these two hitters. And that mid-tier 2 blasted apart. Plus even this top tier 2.
Oh my goodness, 5 towers down. And Ascension slowly running out of options at 13 minutes.
They do spot Levy, I think. This could be at least a 1 kill. He does have the blast away. Tether. They try to connect upon him, but there is the heal coming in from RG. Levy is just too tanky for them to work with. And here is Stark, cleanup crew. Viper way out of position, and they do spot out G4 away from his base. He's just going to try to run away, but the vision too damn good. RG flashes in with the crescendo, and Slay is on a killing spree. Warlock tries to make something happen, but he has to flash away, respecting the damage output of Gigabyte Marines. One more. Warlock. Satchel charge, auto attack from Stark, and that is going to be it. Lloyd, the tankiest member, made into paper by Gigabyte Marines in a couple of seconds.
And that just got way too out of control. That was just supposed to be a small skirmish, but it became a 1-for-4 exchange in favor of Gigabyte Marines, and the gold lead has snowballed out of control right now at 14 minutes in. They're already knocking on the inhibitor turrets.
The sickness of Ascension here is to try and make something happen from the deaths of their teammates, but then they kind of not see that, well, Gigabyte Marines are going to be trying to do the same thing, and they're, you know, stronger with the items that they have.
Exactly. Just running out of options right now, and Gigabyte Marines slowly knocking onto the Nexus here, trying to lock in their slot into the mid-season invitation on the Levy. Look at him. He's receiving all of the damage, but he's taking so long to get out here, and I think this should have ended here, but ASC, they decided to stay for just a bit and maybe see if they could pick up a couple of kills, which would have been big, but the chances were just so low.
Exactly.
And the crescendo flash really just insult to injury there.
But there's a tussle into the base. We do see Stark going a little bit too over-aggressive, but he does pay off with the double kill as No Way and G4 way apart from their teammates onto the bottom lane, trying to defend the bot tier 2, but Levy as well as Optimus hot in their tracks. Oh my goodness, G4 is burning in the bottom lane. Levy trying to escape. Does eat the brunt of the G4 ultimate, but still survives, and the top lane exposed. Inhibitor taken down before the 20-minute mark.
Such a clean game. And just when we thought the pace would change, if anything, well, yes, it did change. It just got faster.
Yeah, for
Gigabyte Marines already knocking onto the inhibitor, trying to beat their time of 22 minutes earlier on in game 2.
Ow. This is just looking to be like a time attack of how fast they can finish a game. This is not looking pretty at all for Ascension, and they have lost their mid-tier 3 as well, followed up by that inhibitor. They're going to be trying to valiantly defend this one, but with 5 members of GAM with full ultimates as well to boot. G4 takes a whole lot of damage, dodges it with the flash as well, scatter the weak, but RG just keeping his teammates topped off, healthy. They exit with the inhibitor and their lives.
Man, so is it only a matter of time until the Gigabyte Marines secure their slot for the MSI, or will Ascension make a miracle effort to get themselves back into this game? It's over 10,000 goldie right now. I don't even need to do the math. 20-9 on the kill score.
I don't know, man. It's just too early. Like 17 minutes with a 10,000 plus gold lead, that's so hard to come back from.
It's either Ascension make a miracle play or Gigabyte Marines get too complacent with this lead. Ascension need to find a way to slow this down.
Yeah, the real problem here is Gigabyte Marines haven't made any huge mistakes that have really translated into Ascension getting a possible, I don't know, comeback. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And things are looking scary here. Just hunting for prey. Optimus
G4
looking for G4, but it is going to be able to recall in time. 17 minutes in, and this is going to be the second Drake. Maybe another Ocean Drake for more sustain. Even I don't even know if they need that.
Look at that swag from Levy, just using his Q to get the last hit and then, you know, dashing over the wall.
Yeah, this is it. Knock, knock, knock onto the MSI, and
the damage from Optimus.
Oh my god.
Sigil of Malice obliterating the Syndra, and here comes Gigabyte Marines into the bottom lane. They don't care anymore. Mega Inferno Bomb to shut down the Warlock as they caught him, catch him off guard, and that's going to be the last inhibitor, and this should be it. Nexus turret taken down. That's the number 1. Number 2 to follow straight after. And what can Ascension do? This is just the Nexus exposed. A couple more auto attacks, and we will be seeing our new champions for the Garena Premier League 2017. And there you have it, guys.
The representatives from Vietnam.
Yes,
Gigabyte
Marines.
They are going to be going over to the MSI. Ladies and gentlemen, such a performance. They are your champions representing Southeast Asia. And man, do they deserve it, showing such clean games, 1 by 1, game 1, game 2, game 3.
I think it was Iconic who predicted the 3-0.
He did, and he got it right.
Wow, Nostra Iconic, man. He was
Give
able...
a big hand, guys, to Gigabyte Marines representing us, Southeast Asia,
what
the MSI.
A dominating performance coming in from Optimus and the gang.
Man, so crazy, crazy best of 5 there, ending with a sweep. And Gigabyte Marines showing that they truly deserve to be our representatives, the representatives of Southeast Asia for the MSI, which will be happening around April 28 to May at Rio de Janeiro, actually in Brazil. So that's really something for all of us to look forward to. And just like we said, you know, I'm really looking forward to seeing that Southeast Asia, you know, through Gigabyte Marines, showing that we can really give a fight, you know, to the major regions out there, be it Korea, be it America. We can show, hopefully, through them that, you know, we have what it takes to really give a fight to the major regions.
Exactly, and that is our Southeast Asian winners. It's going to be Gigabyte Marines. And before we do give it to our hosts, again, guys, we would like to reintroduce ourselves. I'm Asteroid. Here with me now is Amplifier, and we are here Shoutcasters. Thank you so much, and we'll be signing off.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, a legendary showing whereby the representative from Vietnam, the Gigabyte Marines. 3-0 indeed. As predicted by Iconic, one of our analysts, it was a very nice showing there. Such domination.
Yes, so they're dominant in this game and they will win GPL, and they did. Wow, congratulations.
So without further ado, to help us and aid us in the awarding ceremony for the trophy of the GPL Spring 2017, may we call on the Garena Philippines Esports Director, Ben Dalmaso, and of course the Pro Gaming Series League head, Franco Lee, to the stage as the league is received again with the award.
And we would like to call on the champions.
From Vietnam.
Gigabyte Marines.
There we go. The legendary lifting of the trophy, ladies and gentlemen. Indeed, an iconic moment for the Southeast Asian region. Once again, the champion.
The champions.
Hailing from Vietnam, ladies and gentlemen, the Southeast Asian champion of the Garena Premier League, Spring 2017 Finals, Gigabyte Marines. Gentlemen, our champion, we send our biggest celebrations and good luck for the upcoming mid-season invitational.
Congratulations, Gigabyte Marines. Very well.
Of course, we have as well as Ascension from Garena. Looking forward to the final.
All the teams in the GPL did their best.
Of course, and as well, one of the 400s from Malaysia. We also got Brazil from Singapore for the partners, from for our champion of GPL 2017. And then for viewers as well, we're not excluding viewers, not just the champions, but of course to the other viewers as well. GPL. Alright guys, of course we have a quick word from the coach of our champion team. Once again, it's Coach Tiny Good. Take it away, Eve.
Yeah, so a while ago I asked you, were you confident? And wow, you won! You won! What do you feel?
Firstly, I want to say my thanks to everyone on here cheering for us. I want to send my thanks to our sponsor, Gigabyte, Swift, and Avenue, and especially my thanks to the team manager, Mr. Dong Dong Lin, current moment in Vietnam who watching for it. He found everything for it and he supported so much. So about the result of the game, when the team was formed 6 months ago, all of us stand up because we train so hard and we train like hell. And back then, when we asked for the sponsor from some brand, some accepted and some refused. But this time, feel free to take back the Vietnam 2022.
Woo! How about you? Do you have any questions for us?
And all the good luck. And I'm looking forward for the same information for the upcoming MSI. Go and meet them. Alright. I think that's the end of our program.
That's it.
And gentlemen, again, starting at from the flag, of the players.
You practice a lot of practice.
It has been amazing. And it seems that domination class the best starting for the GPL season. Ladies and gentlemen, to all the summoners, to all the viewers and players who attended this event, again for our players, we have a special treat and dinner for you. Again, be sure to ask your chaperones about that. And of course, for all the attendees of this event, thank you so
much that you all went here to witness this adventure.
That's going to be our time, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, we are your host, One for an Eye, and I am Shifu.
And this is Garena
Premier League Spring 2017, the finals. Happy Easter, everyone.